Minecraft Earth just got released in the United States, and I am already in love with the game. So today, I will be showing you all everything that there is to know about how to play Minecraft Earth. What's going on, guys? My name is Storm Ranger. If this is your first time here, and you want to learn more about how to play Minecraft Earth, how to improve at Minecraft Earth quickly, and all other things regarding Minecraft Earth, you can start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Alright, so Minecraft Earth has two core features, and these are the resource gathering and building features. The resource collecting feature is where you can walk around the map and obviously collect resources, ranging from mobs to different types of blocks, including some rather rare items. Then the building feature is where the player can build creations within the real world. These creations start with an edible, micro tabletop version, and then can be projected to a life-size scale. Now these two game mechanics do, of course, go together, with the resources that the player gathers from the resource collecting feature being the same resources the player uses to build their creations. Now since Minecraft Earth is based off of the Bedrock build of Minecraft and not the Java build, it's safe to assume that the distribution of resources along with their rarities are identical to the Bedrock version of Minecraft, along with the mechanics that those resources have when they're being used in-game. And when the player does open the app, they will be brought to this screen you can see right here, which is essentially a map of the surrounding world. Now we will cover all the different buttons that are accessed through the screen, but for now, all you need to know is that the players can find mobs, resources, and adventures around the map. It's also important to remember that these resources spawn randomly around the map and are not pre-generated like Pokestops from Pokemon Go, though they do spawn at particular spawn locations exclusively, meaning the spawn locations are not truly random. Now because the locations of these resources are always changing, it is important to be fast when heading to a particular resource that you want to gather, as they're only around for a few minutes at a time. Now in the very center of your screen, you can see a person. That is of course where you yourself are on the map. And the circles surrounding your person are the radius in which your person can interact with things. With the exception of adventures, where you need to be a bit closer, if something is within this radius, you can interact with it. Okay, so now a bit more information of exactly what does spawn around the world. So to start, the mobs. These mobs can be found roaming around your map, and these mobs can be collected to use to populate your builds. To do this, all you must do is tap on them. Similar to Pokemon Go, you do not need to go through a catch sequence and do not need to fear them fleeing. And these mobs come in different rarities, and to access the mobs along with any other resources you do gather, you just need to collect this chest right here when on your home screen. From here, you can see all your different mobs, resources, what rarities they are, and how much of that resource you have. Furthermore, the resources that can be found around the map act similar to the mobs. The only difference is that it's a bit more of a mystery on what you're going to get, though you can usually get an idea of its theme from its outside texture. One type of interesting resource, which doesn't really look like a resource, are these chests to spawn around the map. These chests act identical to these resources, the only difference is that they'll give you more complicated, more complex, and often rare items. Of course, while collecting resources this way is pretty cool, I wouldn't rely on it to get your items, as they often don't give you very many blocks when collected. Instead, to get large quantities of blocks, I would go to the final type of thing that you can find around the map, which are adventures. Now when looking on the map, adventures are these tiny builds with beacons soaring out of them. When someone taps on an adventure, they can see quite a few things, including what types of resources that the adventure awards, whether the adventure is pristine, meaning if someone has already been there or not, and finally, the resources that are in the player's hotbar that they will bring with them on their adventure. There's also a button, this exclamation mark, for reporting adventure, which you would do if you find that it's at an unsafe location. Now when you're actually in an adventure, a small and innocent looking build will spawn. However, if you dig down under the surface, you will see there are actually mobs, resources along with other naturally generating structures that are in this creation. If you wish to gain any worthwhile rewards from the adventure, you must fight the mobs and mine each resource with the appropriate tool. Though be careful, because the mobs can damage you and affect your health within the upper corner of your screen. And if you run out of health, you will die and lose all of the items that you brought with you on your adventure. So make sure to only bring what you need. Once you have collected the resources you desire from an adventure, you can leave at any time. From here, you'll be given a list of what XP and resources you've profited, and you'll be allowed to head back to the map. Now the resource collecting part is cool and all, but it gets boring. The real selling point of the game is its building features, as it allows for the player to build creations within the real world by using impressive augmented reality technology. To access this feature, all you must do is click this castle that can be found at the bottom of your screen. On this page, you can look through all of the build plates that you have. These build plates are unlocked every 5 levels up until level 20, with more being able to be purchased through the store, this button right here, anywhere from $3.75 to $18.75 using in-game currency known as rubies. But don't worry, these rubies can be found when playing the game naturally by collecting resources along with other things that are found around the map, so hopefully you won't need to spend the full price in order to get some of the more expensive of these build plates. Now to edit your build on a tabletop scale, obviously you just need to click the build button. From here, you can build essentially whatever you want by tapping where you want to build while having the block that you want to build with selected. As I briefly mentioned before, when building, you use the resources you've gathered previously throughout the game. Of course, if you have a resource that you really want to use but don't have, you can obviously craft it. To do so, you just need to click this button while on the home screen. Crafting is a bit different though, as it unfortunately does take time to craft different items, anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. So if there is a particular item that you need a lot of for your builds, make sure to craft it overnight, as there's currently only one slot for crafting until the next feature update. In addition to crafting, you can also smelt items with a furnace, and in future updates, you may even be able to enchant stuff, as hinted by the logo for this tab. Now when building, there are two main modes, which are the interact mode, enabled by clicking this button of a hand, which allows you to interact with your builds, and then there is the pickup mode, which is enabled by clicking this button of a chest and an arrow, which essentially allows you to pick up objects. Now a really cool feature that I found is that there is actually no build limit, at least from what I can tell. I went up about 10 feet high and was still able to add onto my build, but maybe you need to go a bit higher. Possibly the limit is 256 blocks, which is about 25 to 30 feet in real life, though don't quote me on that. However, this is something that I definitely want to look into for the future. Now if the controls for placing blocks are a little bit confusing or just hard to use, you can always click this settings button up here, then turn on precision mode, allowing for there to be a cursor highlighting the space that you're building within the center of the screen. Below precision mode, you can also turn your camera onto bright mode, which simply makes the lighting of your screen slightly brighter. So once you've built a creation you're proud of, you can display that creation on a real world scale by going back to the build tab, but instead clicking the arrow over the build button. At this point, you can place your object wherever you want. Here you can just mess around with your build. You still have the interact and pickup modes, and you're still able to do most of the same stuff. However, I wouldn't waste my time, since from what I can tell, any changes made to this version of the build are not saved on the original version. The reason for this, I believe, is so other people won't be able to grief your builds. While griefing doesn't present an issue in this build of the game, I think in the future, Mojang will actually allow for strangers to view your builds, so because of that, the changes made to this version of the build don't actually affect its original version. But until that feature comes out, you can still play with your friends by clicking this button of a sign right here while on the home screen, and then clicking the Join Friend option. From here, you'll just need to scan a QR code, which your friend can pull up by clicking the Invite a Friend button that is found under the Settings tab while working on or viewing a build. Also under the Sign button, the player has the option to scan a code, which is probably for future events and promotions, access their challenges, which fall under the categories of daily, weekly, career, and special event, and finally, change their settings, which are of course all pretty cool features. But overall, I think Minecraft Earth is an incredibly well-made game with incredible gameplay, mostly centered around its revolutionary augmented reality technology that will likely change the way we see gaming for forever. And yes, it is not perfect. Personally, I've experienced my fair share of bugs regarding lag, crashes, broken animations, along with long load times. But its issues are quite insignificant considering how new the technology is and how early Minecraft Earth still is in the development process. Now, if you're new around here, and my video was able to help you all out, and you want to learn more about how to play Minecraft Earth, how to improve at Minecraft Earth quickly, and all other things related to Minecraft Earth, start by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on anything. All you must do is click this card you can see on screen. And if you want to see another video of mine on why exactly I think Minecraft Earth will become possibly a bigger game than Fortnite, you can just click this card right here. But that is all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.